Everybody loves a good piece of meat. London broil, either from the shoulder or from the chuck. Great piece of meat. It's inexpensive and it's really juicy and tender when marinated and cooked right. It is a little tough, and the secret of it is marinating it, but marinating it for 24 hours really makes it good. So what kind of marinade are you gonna do? I'm gonna do an Italian marinade, of course. Some garlic, sun-dried tomato. You know, sun-dried tomato, tomatoes intensity, concentration. Love that. Basil. Some red wine. So all of those elements bring the flavor. The wine brings the acidity, and it breaks down the protein, so it tenderizes. And it doesn't have to be smooth. A little chunkiness is fine. Of course, a little bit of olive oil. Salt. I'm thinking how much. The tomatoes are salty, so that's it. A little fresh pepper. There we go. And we're ready. When you're marinating, plastic bag is ideal. You put it in there, it encloses itself. But sometimes, you know, it's slippery all over the place. Even when you're packing for your freezer and you want to pack soup or something in the bag, always set it in a container, in a venue that will hold it up so that you don't have to worry about it falling. Let's put in the meat, and then we'll mix it up. Again, we want to collect everything. I want to make sure it's sealed good. And at this point, you know, you can certainly move it around so that you get all of the meat covered by the sauce. And you put it back in your container so you have no mishaps in the refrigerator. And you put it in the refrigerator to marinate for 24 hours. I have one ready because I didn't want you to wait around. So. And here it is. You can just imagine how the flavors permeated the meat, and it's ready to go. And here you have everything, the condiments, the roasting juices, the sauce, it's all in here. A nice heavyweight roasting pan, because we will roast it in the oven. Let's get everything out. Just clean a little bit, because you know what? If you have any splatter on your roasting pan, it will cake onto the roasting pan. The fact that it doesn't look good, it's minimal. The fact that you have to scrape it off is the work. How easy is that? You marinate it, 24 hours, ready to put it in the oven. A hot oven, 425 degrees, 20 minutes to 30, depending on the temperature that you like and on the height of the meat itself.
Comfort food to me is something that makes you feel good, and to me that's simple, honest food. My favorite kind of comfort food is long braised meats where the whole house smells like you've been roasting something. I love that kind of cooking because I think it fills the whole house, not just ultimately your plate and stomach.
The meat has been resting. You need to give it some time for sort of the juices to re-enter into itself and stay there. The pan is another important element, you know. Put it back on the stove. You might have enough sauce, but in case you don't, add a little bit of water. I just like a little bit of oil. And let's make this into a nice sauce. All the marinade that you saw is right here in a sauce, and it's all being used, and it is delicious. When you're cutting the London broil, everything needs to be ready. I made some string beans, garlic and oil, nice and quick. Once the meat is done, you want to serve it. Looking at the meat, you know, how do you tell if it's done? You know, the pressure usually, if it bounces back, it's on the rare side. If it's a little tough, you know, it stays still, it's more on the well done or medium well. Cut it on a bias. If a good long carving knife is ideal, you just cut away like that, and you keep on cutting and layering and cutting and layering. When the meat is cut, grain of coarse salt, because it's just the right thing to do. And we have the sauce that we saved. Drizzle it a little bit in the center, and the rest you can put it in a bowl on the table, so let them help themselves. The one thing that I like with meat is a drizzle of raw olive oil. You know, the Tuscan way is you grill your meat and then you drizzle a little bit of olive oil over it. Doesn't get any better. The reward time has come. It's time to taste and eat. So, London broil, delicious, piece of meat. And that sauce is all that the marinade that we had turned into a delicious sauce, a few string beans. I have my wine ready. The meat, I like this. This is kind of medium, a little bit on the rare side. I like that. And the sauce, the flavor is there and it's delicious.